From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This evening in Bengaluru, an incident has happened. An incident. When the chief of the All India Majlis-e-Ittihadul Muslimin, Asaduddin Owaisi, was addressing a rally, a young girl came on stage and she had been invited on stage and she'd been given a mic. And she took the mic. And from that political stage, she started saying loudly, Pakistan Zindabad. She said, Pakistan Zindabad, not once, not twice, but many, many times. And I'm happy that Asaduddin Owaisi stepped in and tried to stop her, and she was finally taken on stage. But no, Asaduddin Owaisi, no. Simply looking embarrassed and helping to get that girl who said Pakistan Zindabad on stage, off stage, does not exonerate you or your party members. I want to know, and the nation wants to know, why the same Asaduddin Owaisi looked away. Why the same Asaduddin Owaisi looked away and did this and pretended he was not there and said nothing and did nothing. When the chief national spokesperson of his party, Waris Pathan, in his presence and with his approval, I am sure, threatened 100 crore citizens of India against the potential unleashing of violence by 15 crore citizens of India. I repeat, and let me say this extempore tonight, that on that stage, the chief national spokesperson of the All India Majlis-e-Ittihadul Muslimin, Waris Pathan, in the august presence of his party chief Asaduddin Owaisi, issued a formal threat of communal violence against 100 crore Indian citizens. And did Asaduddin Owaisi do anything? No, he didn't. He just tried to look away. He did nothing. If people like Waris Pathan foolishly think that he or his leader Asaduddin Owaisi can speak for 15 crore Muslims, then they ought to go through a sanity check. But more than that, why did Owaisi not go on stage then? Why did he not openly take on the man who he has officially entrusted to speak on his behalf? When a formal call for communal violence, a threat for communal violence is issued on a political stage, communal violence, why was Owaisi quiet? Why is the Tukre lobby quiet? Why is the lobby quiet? Why is the Lutyens brigade quiet? Why are the pseudos quiet? This and the abject Shaheen Bagh collapse. Let me say this with certainty, for right is right and wrong is wrong. The inevitable hashtag Shaheen Bagh collapse and the likely hashtag Shaheen Bagh collapse and the imminent hashtag Shaheen Bagh collapse is debate number one tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because everything's connected and my job is to connect the dots. Shaheen Bagh collapses and communal threats begin debate number one. Debate number two at 10. The victims of Opar, 59 families, 23 children, the youngest victim being 30 days old, are told, here is 30 crore rupees, take it, there will be no justice. With the greatest respect to the Supreme Court of India, I want to say tonight, and Harish Salve will be joining us, with the greatest respect to you, your lordships of the Supreme Court of India, if the people of India cannot expect any justice at the highest court of the land, then where are they expected to go? All this and more is coming up, and here are the headlines this Thursday evening on The Debate Tonight. slogans raised at an Owaisi rally in Bengaluru.
Pakistan Zindabad. एक minute.
Owaisi stumped rushes to stop the pro-Pakistan slogan here.
15 करोड़ है मगर 100 के ऊपर भारी है, याद रख लेना ये बात, ये याद रख लेना बात.
But watch the same Owaisi look away when his right-hand man and chief national spokesperson Waris Pathan issues a threat of communal violence at a big political event. Shaheen Bagh collapse an absolute certainty. There is complete tamasha there. Day 2 of the mediation, also a total mess. The interlocutors have lost control as the protesters refuse to end the blockade.
ये धरना यहाँ से बिल्कुल नहीं हटेगा. ये हमारी होमलैंड है. हमने यहीं से शुरू किया है और हम यहीं बैठे रहेंगे जब तक हमारी बात पूरी नहीं होगी.
The blockade will continue. Open disregard for the Supreme Court of India at Shaheen Bagh. And 23 years later, Upar victims let down. No further jail term for the rich and connected Ansal brothers.
Around 6:45 p.m. in Bengaluru, a young girl raised Pakistan Zindabad slogans in front of AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi.
Pakistan Zindabad. Pakistan Zindabad. Pakistan Zindabad. एक minute. One second. Hindustan Zindabad.
A visibly ruffled Owaisi tried to snatch the mic from her. And within minutes, she was taken off stage and into police custody. And as a face saver, Owaisi had to say this.
और कोई आकर यहाँ पर हमारे दुश्मन मुल्क के बारे में नारे लगाएगा, हम उसको कंडेम करते हैं और मुर्दाबाद के नारे लगाएंगे. हमारे लिए भारत जिंदाबाद है, भारत जिंदाबाद रहेगा.
But just 24 hours earlier, when Owaisi's right-hand man made a highly provocative statement, Owaisi said nothing. Owaisi was silent and watched on when the key member of his team made a self-styled claim that 15 crore Muslims are capable of overpowering 100 crore people.
आजादी लेनी पड़ेगी और जो चीज मांगने से नहीं मिलती उसको छीन के लेना पड़ेगा, ये भी याद रखना. अब वक्त आ गया है. हमको बोला माँ बहनों को आगे भेज दिया, कुछ ब्लैंकेट में भेज दिए. अरे भाई, अभी तो सिर्फ शेरनियां बाहर निकली है और तुम्हारे पसीने छूट गए. और समझ लो अगर हम लोग साथ में आ गए तो क्या होएगा. 15 करोड़ है मगर 100 के ऊपर भारी है, याद रख लेना ये बात, ये याद रख लेना बात.
Let's contrast these two pictures. And it's time for Owaisi to ask himself whether the girl saying Pakistan Zindabad is a culmination of constant barrage of communally charged statements being made. It was a day of reality checks. Other reality check was for Sanjay Hegde and Sadhna Ramchandran, who have now realized how obstinate these protesters at Shaheen Bagh are.
रोड का एक मुद्दा बनाया जा रहा है. क्या रोड कभी कंट्रोल बंद नहीं होती दिल्ली में? आपको क्या लगता है दिल्ली में ट्रैफिक की प्रॉब्लम ये पहली बार हो रही है? दिल्ली में जो ट्रैफिक है हमारे लिए बिल्कुल ऐसा है जैसे सुबह शाम तक खाना खाना, ऑफिस जाना, रेगुलर काम करना. हम हर दिन यहाँ पे ट्रैफिक को इसी तरह झेलते हैं और हमने उसको एक्सेप्ट कर लिया.
Shaheen Bagh is heading nowhere. Owaisi is unable to control the most unacceptable bigotry that happens in front of him. And Pakistan Zindabad slogans are raised on a political stage. It's a reality check for the Shaheen Bagh gang and parties like AIMIM. Let's debate.
My first question this evening is to Saurabh Shukla, who's the editor-in-chief of newsmobile.in. And ladies and gentlemen, I want us to have a very reasonable debate tonight, because the situation is pregnant with possibilities. And I'm worried about some of the negative possibilities we are looking at, because it causes me concern. Why do you think, Saurabh, at what is meant to be an anti-CAA rally, someone should be so emboldened as to come out and start saying Pakistan Zindabad? Since when did this become about Pakistan or communalism? We ought to introspect. We must not run away from the fact, but we must ask ourselves, why is it becoming Pakistan Zindabad at an anti-CAA rally? Saurabh is opening the debate. And everyone, please listen, don't jump in, even
Because
if you're desperate.
I'll tell you, Arnab, the problem is the anti-CAA lobby and the so-called Shaheen Bagh backers have changed the narrative so much, they have indoctrinated these young minds into doing this. Mr. Owaisi did the lip service by condemning it, but what he needs to do is to realize and introspect the larger venom that he has been spreading through his party people. The kind of statements which have been coming out is not befitting of any responsible political parties. And the whole narrative is thought to be hijacked. That's the reason why you see these kind of things happening. It's about, they are poisoning the minds of these young people. By raising the bogey, they're deliberately trying to embarrass. I can tell you, and see the timing. This is happening just ahead when India is going to host one of its biggest guests globally. Donald Trump is not going to Pakistan. He's not going to any other country. He's coming to India.
Well said, sir.
At a time when India's global status is elevated, these kind of things happening is a deliberate ploy. I see this thing happening. Why do you think that Shaheen Bagh protesters are not going away? Even after the Supreme Court has said,
India's status is elevated
because their backers
by throwing
want them
away.
To stay. No, sir. Their backers want them to stay and embarrass the government of India.
By keeping the poor,
why are you inconveniencing
these people who are living in slum behind the walls which are constructed,
right to cross the road?
Just to hide. We don't need that Donald Trump or anybody to come to India. We want the people who are living in this country to be happy. We want these people living in this country to be more happier. You can really celebrate Donald Trump coming to India. We are not going to celebrate Donald Trump coming to India. We would celebrate when the unemployed youths are going to get jobs. We are going to celebrate the malnutrition children when they are going to get food. We are going to celebrate when the women of this country are going to have jobs in their hands.
What about how many people? Do you know how many people have prospered? Do you know? Do you realize the reason why? What happens when a leader comes to India? Why is he coming there?
The women, the
Tanveer, we ought to think. We ought to think, Tanveer, we ought to think, and my question was different. My question has not been answered, and Sambit is on the debate right now. Sambit is on the debate with Sundar Balakrishnan. My only question tonight is this.
How important Donald Trump is.
I'm not discussing Trump tonight. I am asking you. Viewers, please hear me on this, Sambit and Sundar, before you come in. Listen. Shaheen Bagh is about to collapse. It's not my problem, was never my responsibility, and should not be yours either. If Shaheen Bagh collapse happens, you are angry. If Shaheen Bagh collapse happens, you are upset. If Shaheen Bagh collapse happens, you feel betrayed by the people of India. You feel unhinged. That too is your problem. Because I've been saying it for the longest time. This is communal. You are carrying out an industry of communalism.
So what is Amit Shah doing?
You are carrying out an industry of communalism. What are you doing?
Ask him to send the police.
Viewers, the people of this country support the collapse of Shaheen Bagh.
Ask him to use the force. Ask him.
There is no dare tonight.
Mr.
Goswami, I ask you, why are there Pakistan Zindabad slogans at anti-CAA rallies?
Why can't they send the police there?
Why are people being bold enough to come and say Pakistan Zindabad and anti-CA rallies.
Why are they not doing it?
Why are
Tell
people
me,
saying
how many
15
times
crore
did
people
Amit Shah go to Shaheen
will
Bagh?
attack 100 crore
Did Amit
people
Shah
at
go to Shaheen
anti-CA
Bagh?
rallies?
In
You
fact,
answer my question.
BJP
You answer my
spokesperson
question.
Gunja Kapoor went with a burqa there to
You
eat
answer
biryani.
my question.
Let me answer, Miss.
An open
Mr.
threat of
Mr.
communal
Goswami,
violence
let
is
me
now
answer,
being
let me
issued at
answer what
What is
Sundar
Amit
anti-CA
Shah
Balkishan
doing?
rallies,
has been
Ask him
and
to
I
use
want to
his
know
force.
why.
Ask him to use his force. Ask him to use his force.
I am
Ask
asking
him to
you,
use his
why
force.
are open
Why
threats
is
of
he keeping
political?
quiet?
I ask you, Qadri, tell me, Qadri, tell me Masood Fayaz Hashmi, tell me Anirban, tell Sambit Patra, tell the people of this country at anti-CA rallies. Now we are being told that 15 crore Muslims will overwhelm 100 crore Indians. What kind of logic is this?
Bharat Zindabad we will raise slogans of Hindustan Zindabad. Pakistan
Can I
Zindabad.
have a few questions
Mr.
with
Owaisi
Mr.
has
Sundar
clearly
Balkishan, if you
said
permit me, Mr.
there is
Goswami?
Yeah, 4 people.
no space for Pakistan in our country. It's an enemy country.
Sir, if
The
you just
people who
allow
have
me
gone
a few
to
questions,
Jinnah's
please.
grave
Okay,
and
thank
put
you.
flowers over
by
there
their chief.
and written good
Thank you.
words.
So we have, I have got your questions. Now, can I please answer?
Arnab, could you please let the
Mr. Goswami, I was astonished by the logic of Mr. Sundar Balkishan. He says that since Mr. Amit Shah is not visiting Shaheen Bagh, so if someone comes to the stage and shouts Pakistan Zindabad, it is justified. Let me tell you, Mr. Goswami, what is the issue in Shaheen Bagh today? It is Haath mein Samvidhan, Dil mein Waris Pathan.
What did Anurag Thakur say?
Just a second, sir.
Goli maro.
I don't
Is
want
that
to
the right
shout.
statement?
Sundar Balkishan, you don't have to
He
defend Waris
instigated the
Pathan.
crowd. Goli maro.
Sundar Balkishan,
He
you are an
instigated the
educated
crowd.
man.
Is that
You
the
are an
right statement that he
educated
made?
I would
Is
request
that the right
you.
slogan that he did?
request you to please. Okay, I'll answer that, but you have to be quiet for a while. You have to be quiet for a while. You are an educated man. You have
if
grey
you
hair,
are
sir.
saying
I respect your
that
age.
Shaheen Bagh
I'll
is
tell you only when you are
Shaheen
quiet. So I
Bagh
don't want to
is
shout
state-led
over you.
opposition. Why is Amit Shah
Mr. Goswami, I gather that the gentleman besides me is a highly educated and qualified
You are keeping quiet.
man.
Your government
Please
is
ask
keeping
him to
quiet
behave
and
accordingly. I'm
watching
going to
all
answer
this.
all his questions. I am going to answer all your questions only if you keep quiet first. Please, sir, I'm going to answer all your questions. Number one, Mr. Goswami, I mean, nothing justifies any person coming to a dais and shouting Pakistan Zindabad. Nothing justifies Mr. Waris Pathan saying that 15 crores will take over 100 crore. Nothing justifies Mr. Waris Pathan saying that. Nothing justifies Mr. Waris Pathan saying that, well, Azadi chheen ke lenge, Azadi leke hi rahenge. And as far as Shaheen Bagh is concerned, what did Mr. Waris Pathan say? That we have just, you don't have to shout every time you agree with me. Man mein agree kariye, abhi mujhe bolne dijiye. Just a second, sir.
Why are you not condemning
Sir, just a second, sir. You are not my kindergarten teacher, sir. Sir, don't behave like my kindergarten teacher. Don't behave as a kindergarten teacher, sir. Don't shout on me.
You are behaving like kindergarten, Mr. Sambit Patra. Why don't you condemn Anurag Thakur's statement?
कहाँ से लेके आए हैं इनको? अभी करेंगे आप शांति से बैठिए अभी रुकिए नस फट जाएगा अभी रुकिए
आप कंडेम तो करेंगे
रुकिए
अनुराग ठाकुर का स्टेटमेंट को
सुंदर जी
मैं कंडेम कर रहा हूं वारिस पठान का स्टेटमेंट
को अरे 100 करोड़ में आप भी हैं रुकिए भैया अरे 100 करोड़ में आप नहीं छूट जाएंगे आप रुकिए अभी Mr. Goswami, I tell you why this girl shouted Pakistan Zindabad. When backstage you are tutored Pakistan Zindabad, and when people expect that on stage you should be shouting Hindustan Zindabad, occasionally this is bound to happen. This mix match, I would say this masquerading, when you masquerade as something which you are not, this kind of mismatch is bound to happen. I'll tell you what is happening in Shaheen Bagh. It is Haath mein Samvidhan, Man mein Waris Pathan. Everywhere. It is Haath mein Samvidhan. All these people are holding tirangas and Samvidhans and they're saying that they want to protect the Samvidhan, but everyone there are thinking about what Waris Pathan stated today, that 15 crore versus 100 crore. My question is it a fight against CAA or is it a fight against the Hindus?
Between how you and Waris Pathan speak on television.
CAA or is it a fight against the Hindus? Please, my question to each one of you, is it a fight against CAA or is it a fight
Sambit, you should
answer me, Anirban.
Sambit,
Answer
today
me,
you
Sundar
seem
Bhatt
to be a bit
Answer me this.
unnerved.
What
Today
is your
you
fight?
seem to be a bit unnerved.
Are you fighting against CA?
That what we have been saying for long,
Yes,
that the
because you want to attack me.
nothing but
I am unnerved, sir, because you want to attack me. 100 crore mein main bhi hu, because you want to threaten me. You want to attack me. You want to enslave me. That is why I am unnerved. And not just me. 100 crore Hindus in this country.
My elementary question is, 1 minute please. Thank you. My question is this, please, 1 minute, Sambit, wait a minute. Now we are coming to the moot point. Anirban, wait a minute, everyone's volume up, not getting the audio in the studio. 1 minute, please. 1 minute. The question is this. Did I not say very clearly that this is not about legislation, this is about mobilizing Muslim votes? Did I not say that, Anand? I said it so clearly. Now they are very embarrassed, Tanveer.
Yes.
Tanveer, I said it so clearly, Anand. I said to all of them that, listen, don't give me this rubbish,
Absolutely.
this garbage
Arnab,
argument. This is a democratic pro-people's protest. It is not. It is an attempt to put Muslims versus Hindus. It is an attempt at communal polarization. It's just that your plan came on stage when Waris Pathan said, and Waris Pathan said, I'll tell you what he said. Be quiet, Anirban. Be quiet, Anirban. The truth will be told right now. And Tanveer will debate with Anand Ranganathan. It is said tonight. अभी तो सिर्फ शेरनियां बाहर निकली हैं और तुम्हारे पसीने छूट गए हैं. अब समझ लो कि हम लोग साथ में आ गए तो क्या होगा. 15 करोड़ हैं मगर 100 करोड़ के ऊपर भारी हैं. याद रख लेना ये बात. Now what this means in layman's English is the following, Tanveer, that 15 crore Muslims will be mobilized against 100 crore Hindus. Don't tell me this is some metaphorical representation. It is about 15 crore because the population of Muslims is 17.5 crore. The populations of Hindus is 96.62 crore. So a raw odd reference being made here and you're looking embarrassed, but this is what is said. Viewers, I've also told you one thing, please remember and hear me tonight. That something else is said on certain stages. But I've also told you the politics is communal. And today that communal politics came on stage because this is what you people have been trying to do. Make Muslims insecure and then tell Muslims, let's get together and unleash communal violence against everyone who is not a Muslim. Now this kind of cheap polarization will be exposed, which is what has happened right now. There's no point shouting about it. And I said today, Anand, you can look at Owaisi's face.
Yes,
look at the pictures. I'll run them full frame for a minute, for 10 seconds. He looks the other way. He wants to hide when Waris Pathan is saying that. Look at that. But he knows that this is their plan. It's just that Waris says it. Next to Waris Pathan is one of his leaders who is looking at him. Waris Pathan is saying it. And Owaisi did not have the courage to go on stage and say that no, it is not right to instigate Muslims to violence against Hindus on a political stage. This is the reality they want to hide from you. The Republic Network is putting it out. And Anand, you can take the debate forward with anyone on the other side tonight, especially Tanveer. Let's go. Anand versus Tanveer right now, viewers. Yeah. Who is Tumhare and Hum?
Yeah, thank you so much. And Tanveer bhai, please, I really appreciate if you don't interrupt me. I'll give you the time. I'll stay completely silent when you're speaking. Thank you so much. Arnab, just now, someone called Atheist Krishna has tweeted something really perceptive. He said, just turn it around, what Mr. Waris Pathan said. Just imagine if a BJP leader had said, वक्त आ गया है, हम 100 करोड़, तुम 15 करोड़ पे भारी होंगे. Can you imagine what would have happened for the next 10 days?
Absolutely.
The skies would have fallen. India would have been declared a state of emergency. Intolerance brigade would have come back. People would have asked for the head of the BJP leader. So this is how I want you to keep this thing, you know, in this square and then remember the debate. This is how serious the debate is, Arnab. They have let the genie out of the bottle.
So well said.
The scenes we are seeing today, witnessing today, are... We weren't old enough, you know, Mr. Chopra isn't here, we weren't old enough to witness what happened on Direct Action Day in 1946. But this is exactly what was happening.
Absolutely.
You know, Jinnah said if we do not have a divided India, we will have a destroyed India. You know, Jinnah managed the first. These people from AIMIM are intent upon managing the latter. These are Jinnahs who don't eat bacon. This is what AIM leaders are.
This is so true. You know, I'll tell you the sequence of it, understand the chronology. First, there were Jinnah Wali Azadi slogans in Shaheen Bagh. Tanveer, there was
Hindu Mahasabha, led by Shama Prasad.
The question is right. If today a BJP leader would have gone on stage and said 100 crore Hindus will fix 15 crore Muslims, what would have been your reaction, Tanveer Ahmed? I want you to know. I really want to know.
Just imagine.
I really want to know. Please don't run from that question. Answer me. If a BJP leader had gone on stage and said 100 crore Muslims, 15 crore Muslims will be tackled by 100 crore Hindus, Tanveer, today people would be writing $500 pieces in that ragtag called the Washington Post. I'm telling you, the pseudos would have gone berserk today.
Well said. Well said.
No, what are you talking about? First there were Jinnah Wali Azadi slogans at Shaheen Bagh. Now there is Pakistan Zindabad slogans in Bengaluru. And a 15 crore threat at an AIMIM rally in Gulbarga. This is not about CAA. This is about Hindu versus Muslim. We've caught you red-handed, Tanveer. Don't look down. Don't look down. This is not about CAA. This is Muslim versus Hindu.
This is not
don't
about
look down.
Hindu versus Muslims.
This is a threat of violence.
This is not Hindu versus
You think
Muslims.
Sambit is also on the debate right now with Tanveer.
Muslims.
Then what is going on?
Yes.
I don't belong to that gang of 15 crores who want to really fight with 100 crores. No. Arnab, in the anti-CAA protest, I see 90% of them are Hindus who are leading the protest here. That stupid girl called Amulya, she absolutely had no business to come and say
I'm not talking about any Amulya or anyone else. I'm talking about the broad trend that you are encouraging right now, and that trend is coming back to bite you. Sambit is on the debate as well. Let's go fast. Come on, Sambit.
Pakistan Murdabad. Pakistan Murdabad.
Why was there religious supremacism at Shaheen Bagh? Where were you then?
Muslim living in this country.
There were
slogan.
There were qatil remarks. There are 15 crore threats.
And I believe you would hear me out.
Murdabad.
It's not even just about blocking a road. It is this form of bigotry and communalism which is unacceptable in this country. On the debate, Sambit responding. Thank you very much, Tanveer. Your comments are too long. Sambit is on. Sambit is on the debate with Fayaz Hashmi. Go on, please. Thank you.
Tanveer, you are a dear friend. I believe you would hear me out. You would... Tanveer, thank you, Tanveer. I think you'll just hear me out for a few seconds and then the time is yours. Mr. Goswami, you have to seriously think it is not just an isolated Waris Pathan. Just imagine a few days ago we were debating with you a Sarjil Imam. Sarjil Imam, a decorated scholar from IIT.
Tanveer,
and
look
what
up.
was he saying? He was saying,
Tanveer, look
well,
up.
5 lakh
Tanveer,
Muslims
don't look down.
in a particular area. 5 lakh Muslims. No issues. 5 lakh Muslim in a particular area will cut off the chicken neck. 5 lakh Muslims in a particular area will cut off the chicken neck of India. They will not allow the Indian army to come to Assam. We will cut off Assam. Then we had Faizul Hassan, a decorated student, in fact, the Student Leaders Union of Aligarh Muslim University, who was saying कि हम वो कौम हैं, हमें अगर गुस्सा आ जाए तो किसी भी देश को हम बर्बाद कर देंगे. And now we have a Waris Pathan saying that, well, look, 15 crore versus 100 crores fight. And before the same party had said, 15 मिनट के लिए पुलिस हटा दो, फिर देखो हम 100 करोड़ लोगों का क्या हश्र करते हैं. So we are not fools over here. We have free Kashmir slogans. We have slogans of देश को बांट देंगे, टुकड़े कर देंगे, आसाम को काट देंगे. We have slogans of 15 crore versus 100 crores, and yet you feel that there is something to debate. There is nothing to debate here, Mr. Goswami. Everything is out in the open. All this is a farce in the name of CAA. Farce in the name of CAA. I don't see anyone mentioning any merit about CAA. Where in this 15-minute speech of Waris Pathan has a single word about CAA being spoken. Now we have missed something very important. What does Mr. Waris Pathan say? हम दिल में ईमान और जुबान में कलमा लेकर चलते हैं. हमारे जुबान पे है ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह. इसको लेकर हम आगे बढ़ते हैं. तुम्हारे जुबान पे क्या है? अरे you are talking about संविधान, you are talking about constitution of India, you are talking about preamble, and now you say kalma is most important. Now you say la ilaha illallah is most important. How is it? How is it that you are trying to prevent and protect the constitution from being spoiled?
क्या समझते हैं कि उनके लिए आप क्या कहेंगे, बताइए आप. जब प्राइम मिनिस्टर के जैसा एक बड़ा ओहदेदार जो कि सबसे बड़ा ओहदा होता है हमारे मुल्क का, उसमें आप कपड़ा देख के, लिबास देख के कहते हैं बात करने की, और चीफ मिनिस्टर जो अपने आप को योगी कहता
तो
है,
आप अपने कपड़े से इतने घबराते क्यों हैं?
कहता है,
उन्होंने कहा कि कपड़ा देख के हम पहचान गए कौन कौन दंगा कर रहा था, तो आपको क्यों लगता है आपके नहीं, ये चोर की दाढ़ी में तिनका वाली बात है मिस्टर गोस्वामी, ये चोर की दाढ़ी में तिनका है। प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने कहा हमें कपड़े देख के दंगाई को पहचान गया, तो इनको क्यों लग रहा है कि इन्हीं को पहचान गया? नहीं, आपको क्यों लगा कि आप ही को पहचान गया? आप दंगा कर रहे थे ना, तभी आपको लग रहा है कि पहचान गया। मिस्टर गोस्वामी, दिस इज अ क्लासिक केस ऑफ चोर की दाढ़ी में तिनका। दिस इज अ क्लासिक केस ऑफ चोर की दाढ़ी में तिनका। A person who has
I would say viewers that the Shaheen Bagh collapse, that the Shaheen Bagh collapse, Mr. Fayaz Hashmi is on the debate right now, and Rajat, feel free to come in because you have not spoken. I would only say this as I invite Rajat and Fayaz who have not spoken so far in the debate. I think the time has come to introspect today. I just want to intervene for 30 seconds. I hand over to you, gentlemen. Today, the people who need introspection are those who have day after day created a lie, a paranoia and a falsehood using CAA. They have instilled such fear. I call them the Ramsay brothers politicians, because the Ramsay brothers make money on fear in Bollywood. These people make profit over fear in politics. These Ramsay brothers politicians, ladies and gentlemen, like Asaduddin Owaisi and the Vadra family, need to introspect. They need to introspect on the pro-Pakistan slogans that they cannot stop, Rajat. I always tell them, don't start a fire you cannot extinguish. You introspect on the loss of control when the 15 crore threat is made.
Absolutely.
You introspect today because Asaduddin Owaisi did not have the courage to go on stage and stop Waris Pathan. The communalization has gone too far, Rajat. But did we not warn them? Did we not warn you, Fayaz, ye band karo, ye aag bujhao? We warned you. Rajat is on the debate right now. Viewers, the Shaheen Bagh collapse is debate number 1 tonight. Please tell me where you stand. I'll take more tweets. Yes.
First, I am listening, Rajat.
Arnab, what you have been consistently
trying
to say is that
then I will respond.
Is just a very small, minor manifestation, is a very small, minor manifestation of the larger, deeper problem that is undergoing, and it has been spearheaded by the Owaisi brothers. What is happening is that deep down they are trying to create a state within a state. And therefore, I have repeatedly stated that when political Islam comes and gets draped in tricolor, that is the most dangerous thing, because they are outwardly trying to project that they are pro-constitution, pro-India and all of that, but deep down the kind of indoctrination and baptizing that is going on a daily basis is deeply against India. They want to tear apart India. We have heard about these Ghazwa-e-Hind projects which have been initiated to divide the country into as many segments as possible. So these things are deeper venom that is being spread into the minds of all the Muslims, trying to regiment them, give them a cause to create a state within the state, and that is where the deeper philosophical problems of this external narrative is. And my fear is that going forward, because these people are good for nothing, they haven't created any economic opportunity from the areas that they have represented. They will consistently try
this is the same stupid language. They want to really spread hatred. Nobody want to have Ghazwa-e-Hind. We want to establish this country as a supreme power. You want to have Ghazwa-e-Hind. You are the one who's a creator. We don't want no Muslim really speaks about Ghazwa-e-Hind. We talk about building this India. We talk about
Pakistan
building this
Zindabad.
India as number one
Is
country.
Pakistan Zindabad your slogan, your mission statement for making India a superpower?
We would say Pakistan Murdabad. I say Pakistan Murdabad. God say Murdabad. I say Pakistan Murdabad, God say Murdabad. I say
these are all external covers. These are all masquerading the deep inner things that are going on.
Every time the same stupid comment of yours. Nobody wants to listen to your same stupid comment.
Who are getting agitated, are getting swayed by the narrative that the Owaisi brothers constantly pour into their heads.
Arnab, please let me come into the debate.
No, I'm not stopping you. I'm not stopping you. Fayaz, understand this. Fayaz, understand this. Listen. Fayaz, tell me one thing. 1 minute. We need to go to the core. I don't even want to be theoretical about this. Let's go into the debate sharper. I ask you tonight, and Fayaz, you will debate right now. You will debate right now, and you'll debate with Saurabh. The question is this: Saurabh and Fayaz will be on the debate. I go back to the words being used. Look at the words here. Us and them. Let's just a minute. Hum or tum. Tumhare or hum. Hum meaning Muslims. Tumhare or tum meaning non-Muslims or Hindus. That's why you are saying शेरनियां बाहर निकली है और तुम्हारे पसीने छूट गए. अब समझ लो, अगर हम एक साथ हो जाए, हम 15 करोड़ एक साथ हो जाए, तो 100 करोड़ के ऊपर हम भारी हैं. So what is being said right now is 15 crore Muslims will outweigh, overwhelm 100 crore Hindus. Now I am asking you, what do you mean by भारी हैं? दंगे की बात कर रहे हैं. नहीं, you tell me. No, आप नहीं, ये लैंग्वेज बोली जाती है ना.
No. Just let
पब्लिक रैली में हमने तो हमारे कैमरा ने रिकॉर्ड कर लिया.
The same language which BJP and RSS people has been speaking for so many years. They have been threatening the of India that these 12%, 15%, 20% Muslims
running a supermarket of communal politics.
Mr. Rajat, I was just listening to you. Please let me speak.
That's Saurabh. That's Saurabh.
Waris Pathan has spoken the same ideology. He has copied the same ideology of BJP and RSS.
That these politicians are running a supermarket of communal politics. They need to be the government must take action because they are creating this charade.
I agree you.
They want
but you kind of
stay within the limits of constitution, and they must.
You are trying to impose these people as Muslim leaders. This is not true. They are not representing Indian Muslims.
Thank you very much. No. Saurabh and Sundar.
Indian Muslim. You want this country.
No. What do I want?
You want this country.
Mr. Saurabh.
Thank you very much, Fayaz.
I do respect you. Mr. Saurabh.
Saurabh and Sundar.
Country. You don't want the country to prosper. You don't want this country to prosper. You want these politicians like Mr. Owaisi who are running a supermarket of communal politics. You want, that's the reason people like Mr. Owaisi, there has to be stringent action because they are trying to ratchet communal tension
people were shouting,
in this country.
Pakistan hi, and the girl who was shouting those slogans, her name is Amulia. Her name is Amulia.
Sir.
Now there is the need of investigation.
I'm not saying
how does it matter? Her name is Amulia or whatever.
And why did she shout slogans in favor of Pakistan?
Atmosphere. It's not about. I'm not saying it's not
in favor of Pakistan.
No, it's not about religion. It's about
Mr. Goswami.
And CA protest.
No. Yes, Sambit. You see, problem is that you are not understanding the broader question. Sambit, wait a minute. Sambit, wait a minute. I invite you back to the debate with Tanveer. A minute, please. A minute, everyone quiet. I heard you, Fayaz. Can you be taken off air? 1 minute, please. I mentioned Tanveer versus Sambit. Thanks very much. And my question is this, so that we can pause to hear. Did I not say that this has only got a very bigoted end? See, Tanveer and Sambit, I saw this and I warned about this in the first week of December. Then on the 12th of December was the first incident of attempted arson. Then on the 19th of December 2019 was the second attempt at arson. By this time violence had spread. It had begun to become communal. And then towards the end of December and the beginning of January, we exposed the real intention. We stung Sharjeel Imam. We showed you that this was not about democracy, this was about Islamist supremacism. And I said that this is communal. I said that Muslims are being misled. Then we proved the calumny of lies that this accompanied. And I said at that point of time that, listen, this is going to have a terrible end. Shaheen Bagh will collapse, but it will leave a bitter taste in the mouth. Shaheen Bagh will collapse, but we will all look back with a sense of regret that some people tried to make profit out of it by pitting Muslim against Hindu. Exactly that has happened right now. I am telling you, Tanveer, people like you, mainstream politicians, must go out on the streets right now and say that will the All India Majlis-e-Ittihadul Muslimin take responsibility if buses are burnt, if people are attacked, if 100 crore citizens are harmed because of a 15 crore threat? Will you take responsibility tomorrow, Tanveer, if in the city of Gulbarga there is any incident of violence because in a rally of thousands, a 15 crore threat is made? Do you know what happens? When street war calls were made by Jignesh Mewani, in the Bhima Koregaon violence took place within days. Did you listen to us then? No. Will you take responsibility? You are playing a very dangerous game. But Tanveer, and listen Kadri and Sundar and Anirban and all of you, you think we don't see through the game? We do. We have seen through the game a long time back. Right? Do you know what will happen? What happened when Jinnah made a provocative speech? Jinnah, allow me, Anirban, 16th August 1946. It led to the worst communal incidents pre-independence.
Under the direction
you remember
of
Direct Action Day?
Thousands of
do not. Will you take responsibility? Violence happens. Which one of you will take responsibility? Violence breaks out.
These protests,
Stop it.
these anti-CAA protests,
Stop it now.
the BJP into a corner.
Anti-CAA.
And to get out of that corner, they need their best friend,
can I ask a few questions to Tanveer?
Another Muslim communal star.
Will Amit Shah take the
Only
responsibility?
that can help them get away.
Can I, Mr. Goswami, ask a few questions to my good friend Tanveer Ahmed?
They have to come out with this communal hatred. They have to come out with these poisonous communal speeches so that the BJP can target these protests at whatever you are saying they are. But that is not the reality. We always said the MIM is the very best friend of the BJP when it comes to get out of tight corners.
Now you would say Mamata Banerjee is our sister. She's also a very good friend. Rahul Gandhi is also a brother. He's also a very good friend. So that doesn't help this debate.
I'm not talking about the person.
हम सब हिंदुस्तानी भाई बहन हैं. But that doesn't mean that we are in cahots with Mamata Banerjee and Rahul Gandhi.
TMC
So why do you have the joint meetings with Owaisi's party, sir? Why was Owaisi's party? No, why was Owaisi's party in the UPA for 10 long years? Why was the Owaisi's party in the UPA for 10 long years if they are very good friends? So please don't rant over here. Don't rant and blabber. Allow me to complete. Mr. Goswami, I have a very important point which we have missed out in this debate. Mr. Goswami, I believe we should revisit our debate 15 days ago. If you would remember, Mr. Goswami, if I'm only allowed a few seconds, I want to debate with Tanveer Ahmed. I want to debate with my good friend Tanveer Ahmed. I have a question from him. I want to ask something to Tanveer Ahmed. Mr. Goswami, I just want to revisit the debate which we had 15 days ago. We have forgotten that. Remember what Akbaruddin Owaisi, one of the top leaders of AIMIM, had said 15 days ago. He said, हमारे परदादा ने, हमारे दादा ने, हमारे बाप ने लाल किला दिया, तुम्हारे बाप ने क्या दिया था? हमारे दादा ने, हमारे परदादा ने हमको जामा मस्जिद दिया, जिस पर प्रधानमंत्री तुम्हारे जाकर झंडा फहराते हैं, तुम्हारे लोगों ने क्या दिया है? हमारे परदादा ने कुतुब मीनार दिया, तुम्हारे लोगों ने क्या दिया? ये हमारे लोग कौन थे? The invaders. और तुम्हारे कौन हैं? The Hindus. And yet again we hear this हमारे तुम्हारे binary.
Absolutely, every single day.
So remember,
every single day now.
Accidental speech.
Every single day on every anti-CA platform is the हमारे तुम्हारे argument.
15-minute speech.
Every single day. From every single day, from every anti-CA platform, this हमारे तुम्हारे rubbish goes on. It's a truth. Don't run away from it. Do you think we don't know what happens on these political stages, Tanveer?
This
is very relevant question.
Mr. Goswami, has been invaders. I am sorry for using that word invaders. They were very much Indians who built Qutub Minar, Lal Killa and Taj Mahal. They were Indians. They were Indians who were loving this country.
I'm not taking a history lesson here.
हिंदुस्तान को अपना देश बनाया. हिंदुस्तान
I'm not taking a history lesson. I'm not taking a history lesson. Thank you very much. 4 people on the debates. I want Anand to come in 1 minute. 1 minute. Somebody pull back. Anand is on the debate. The issue is not about invaders and non-invaders. The issue is 1 minute. Viewers, can I speak to the viewers? Viewers, 1 minute. Just a minute. I'm coming in. You see, I'll tell you one thing, viewers. The only issue is, the only point that I wish to make is that on every single platform that you say is anti-CA, what you expect, and please hear me, Tanveer and Anand, for a minute, Tanveer and Anand. Tanveer and Anand, when I'm making a request to both of you, I expect you to hear me. Thank you very much. Now listen here. See, listen. I would have expected people who want to debate CA to have informed debates on CA. I don't mind it. Let there be both sides, pro and anti-CA, issues of legislation. Let us debate 3 things. 1, does any Indian citizen get affected by CA? Elementary analysis will tell you no, we all know it. Second is, Is there any process of NRC? You don't even have to look at the Prime Minister's denial of the subject. If you have any sense of how the NRC came up in Assam and you realize that was born out of a Supreme Court intervention in the 80s in the context of Assam, then you'd realize there is no NRC happening. Third is, this whole business, hum kagaz nahi dikhayenge, you would have the third and informed debate on whether you will be asked for any form of documentation, and you will realize that no form of documentation would be asked from anyone in the context of the ongoing debate. So you are all doing this by spreading lies to make Muslims insecure. Hence, since you are unable to come into a point of a factual debate on a subject like this, because then you will be exposed, what you are doing is you are making it more hardcore Hindu versus Muslim. Now that becomes a very uninformed debate. But unfortunately, we know in our politics the uninformed debates sell very easily. You can go and bhadkao people, provoke them and say, hey, listen, you're going to lose your identity. Do you know Modi is bad? He's going to take away your citizenship. You know Modi is bad. He's going to deny you a passport. And somebody is going to hold your hand and say, I believe you, Tanveer. I believe you. Please save me. Now, what happens is an act of betrayal, because you should have the heart to look at the person who's holding your hand and say, listen, don't trust me. I'm lying to you. You're believing me because you are not researched on the subject, and I'm using you because I need to make a quick political buck, but you don't have the heart to say that. So what do? You encourage this whole Hindu-Muslim thing more and more.
Exactly.
And now the time has come that Shaheen Bagh is collapsing. You made it an ego issue. I'll complete in 10 seconds. I'll tell you what's happening right now. People are making money, Anand. Shaheen Bagh has become a money-making experiment for all kind of political amateurs to turn into professionals by coming out and saying that, listen, if we make Shaheen Bagh into a franchise, we can have a little Shaheen Bagh going in Gulbarga, a little one in Bengaluru, and listen, we'll all get together, we'll make a little bit of money, we'll fool a few more people, and we'll consolidate our vote share. And then we'll go to the world and we'll abuse our own country. But did they think we're so stupid as to not confront them? And what you're seeing on the debate tonight is nothing but pure factual confrontation. And I intend to dedicate a lot of my time to exposing you. Thank you very much. 3 minutes on the debate, please.
Now, nice imagination. Absolutely beautiful.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
What are you saying, Tanveer?
Tanveer ji, please. Now again, you see, Tanveer ji, please. I'll just take 30 seconds and I'll pose the question to you, and then I'll be completely silent. Please. Thank you so much. Arnab, at the end of 30 seconds, I will have a question and I will challenge Mr. Tanveer to answer it. Right now we're having a debate. There are 4 people on one side. There are 4 people who disagree who are on the other side. That is what a debate is supposed to be. Now my question is that in fact exposes the sheer hypocrisy and hollowness of the Shaheen Bagh kind of people and, the whole extravaganza, if I can call it that, the facade, is that out there, Tanveer ji, have you ever seen one person who has been invited, who is pro-CAA and who has talked for 1 hour? One person. Name one person who is pro-CAA and who's gone there. Right now you have 4 people with one view, 4 people with the other view, and we are having an informed debate. Don't you agree that in Shaheen Bagh, somebody should have been invited who was pro-CAA, a lawyer like Harish Salve, who should have gone there, who should have got from the government, because you don't believe the government, right?
Anand, I'll answer.
Sure, please do.
Anand, I'll answer.
Please do.
With the people who are having a protest in Shaheen Bagh had honorably invited the Honorable Home Minister himself to come and speak. The Home Minister didn't really turn up. I
From
think
the
there
government,
was
you don't believe the government. I'm saying an independent person like Harish Salve. If Amit Shah goes there, Narendra Modi goes there, you'll say no.
Absolutely, go and speak. You want to go and speak?
Right?
Anand, I am telling you, if you want to go and speak, I will make arrangements for you to go and speak there.
It's not about me.
You tell me you want to go and speak.
Countering now, Samit coming back to the debate. 2 minutes left.
Let me answer you. Since you want to ask this question of the government, let me answer this. Let me answer this earnestly to my good friend Tanveer. I'm answering your question. Remember, Tanveer, this is not the way. Mr. Amit Shah told that, well, yes, if anyone wants to talk to me on the merits of the subject, my office is open. The representatives could come and talk to me. But who are the representatives? When you ask anyone from Shaheen Bagh who is the representative, they say, no, we are not an organized lot. We don't have any leaders. We are a just unorganized mass. And 5,000 people wanted to march the Home Minister's office to talk. Is this the way you have protests? 5,000 people wanting to talk. I mean, it's anarchy or is it a protest? 5,000 people were about to march the Home Minister's office to, in fact,
last 1
negotiate.
minute.
That's not. That means it is farcical. It is anarchy. It is
why you
no
cannot
protest.
appoint 3-4
And let me
people
tell you
go
one
and
thing.
talk to
Let
the
me tell you
Shaheen
one
Bagh?
thing. As far as
Why
Shaheen
not
Bagh,
3-4
as far as
ministers,
Shaheen Bagh is
sensible
concerned,
ministers
as far as
can
Shaheen
go
Bagh
and
is
talk to the Shaheen
concerned,
Bagh people?
despite the fact that the Supreme Court
Intentionally
has made it,
you are prolonging.
despite the fact that
Sundar,
the Supreme
Sundar.
Court has
Feel
made
some
it
benefit
known
over
that you cannot
Clear
hold
the
others'
doubts
right
that
to
is having the-
hostage. Exactly, that's what you are
Sambit,
doing.
I am
You are
asking you one
holding the
simple
rights
question.
of other citizens
Sambit,
of these people to hostage at Shaheen
Sambit,
Bagh. What question?
Sambit,
What question,
you
Sundarji?
said-
क्या question है?
You said that Shaheen
Sundar
Bagh
ji, suniye, we
Shaheen
like
Bagh-
dadis, but we don't
Sambit,
like dadagiri. We
अरे,
all
आप
like
तो-
dadis, but we don't like dadagiri.
You
दादी
said
ठीक है,
Shaheen Bagh
दादागिरी
is
ठीक
a
नहीं है. नहीं, दादी
you said
ठीक है,
Shaheen
दादागिरी
Bagh
ठीक
is
नहीं
a
है. ये दादागिरी मत
Shaheen
करिए.
Bagh अरे बोलने तो दो ना, बोलने तो दो ना.
एम्बुलेंस भी नहीं जाने देंगे.
Shaheen Bagh, you said it is by unorganized lot. You said Shaheen Bagh में कोई ऑर्गेनाइजर नहीं है, तो होम मिनिस्टर का ड्यूटी बनता है कि उसका कोई रिप्रेजेंटेटिव वहां भेजे. क्यों नहीं होम मिनिस्टर भेजा?
अच्छा,
You tell me.
Shaheen
Okay,
Bagh
your leader is a failure.
Amit
Shah is a big
मतलब
failure.
उसका लीडर कौन होगा वो भी अमित शाह खोजेंगे. तो आप क्या करेंगे? आप खाली पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद का नारा लगाएंगे.
Closing with 2
Shaheen Bagh
points.
का representative
Closing with 2
कौन होगा?
points, viewers, if I may, thank you very much. Closing with 3 points tonight, viewers. First of all, when I made a reference to Ramsay Brothers politics, let me say the Ramsay Brothers had a positive contribution.
Haina brothers,
As
they're
had a
not Ramsay
positive
brothers,
contribution
Haina
to the
brothers.
Indian film industry. At least they made a diversity of films, whether you like it or not. But here there is no positive contribution. The second is, when you went to see a Ramsay Brothers movie, even the directors and the people watching a Ramsay Brothers movie knew that the ghosts were not real. Unfortunately, in this case, the lies are being assumed to be real, because there are unsuspecting victims of the lies spread by people like Sundar Balakrishnan. The third point that I want to make tonight is, if Shaheen Bagh has collapsed, don't make it an ego issue.
You're biased.
Don't make it an ego issue. Don't make it an ego issue. The fourth point that Sundar Balakrishnan says tonight is, Saurabh, why does the Home Minister not come and help solve the matter? Well, every time next time 50 people block a road, you want the Home Minister of India to start an intervention. It ain't going to happen. I thank you very much for joining me on debate number 1 on the Shaheen Bagh collapse, and debate number 2 is coming up in a few minutes.